10 times Gordon Ramsay actually enjoyed life. If you think you know Gordon Ramsay, I bet you're totally mistaken. Because Gordon in real life is much different from his on-screen persona. While he looks quite threatening on TV, he's much more of a chill guy who loves to travel and learn new things. So if you want to see a side of the iconic chef you've never seen before, here are 10 times Gordon Ramsay actually enjoyed life. Eating jellied eels. Here's a fun fact that might surprise you. Gordon Ramsay loves jellied eels. Yep, you heard that right. While most of us look at those slimy little guys and think, hard pass, Ramsay sees a piece of British culinary heritage that deserves a comeback. To prove the doubters wrong, he took a trip to the River Thames and linked up with one of the last traditional jellied eel fishermen. They caught some fresh eels together, and then Gordon took them to a restaurant to be cooked the old school way. Now, I'm not gonna lie, watching those eels squirm around in that massive bucket might make your stomach turn a bit. But Ramsay? He was in his happy place. He looked genuinely thrilled eating them. So hey, if you're feeling adventurous, maybe toss jellied eels on your food bucket list. Just maybe don't look at them too long before the first bite. The Rajasthan goat. If there's one surefire way to make Gordon Ramsay light up, it's giving him a full-on culinary adventure. And what's more adventurous than slow-cooking goat curry in the middle of the Indian desert? Alongside his local companion Bazo, Ramsay got hands-on with the traditional Rajasthani goat dish, loaded with fragrant spices, wrapped in fresh bread, and buried in a sandpit grill to cook. When they finally unwrapped the food, you could see the pride and excitement all over Gordon's face. Surrounded by good company, with the desert breeze and crackling fire as the only soundtrack, Ramsay wasn't just eating, he was enjoying his life, one perfectly spiced bite at a time, trying new foods. If you've only seen Gordon Ramsay screaming in kitchens and tossing plates, you might assume he's the pickiest eater on the planet. And sure, when the scallops are raw or the risotto is mushy, he's not gonna hold back. But the truth is, Gordon's way more adventurous with food than people give him credit for. He said it plenty of times. He'll try anything once, and that's not just talk. Whether it's tarantulas in Cambodia,
good. I'm glad they're happy.
Fire ants in India, or fermented shark in Iceland,
Oh shit.
Ramsay will give it a go. Not just for the thrill, but because it sharpens his palate and keeps him learning. That's how he stays ahead, constantly expanding his culinary brain bank. So next time you're scared to try something new, channel your inner Ramsay. Just maybe skip the tarantula. Enjoying basic foods. You'd think a guy like Gordon Ramsay would only be satisfied with a filet mignon wrapped in gold leaf or some next-level truffle extravaganza. But when he's not running restaurants or filming shows, sometimes the man just wants a burger. And not just any burger, an In-N-Out burger. Yep, one of the world's most iconic fine dining chefs goes wild for those simple, drive-through style double-doubles. In interviews, he straight up said that In-N-Out is what he misses most when he leaves Los Angeles. There's something kinda great about that. It's not about snobbery or luxury, it's about food that hits the spot and makes you happy. Showing respect for other cultures. You'd expect a top-tier chef like Gordon Ramsay to carry a bit of ego when stepping into kitchens around the world. But when he travels, especially in his Uncharted series, you see a different side of him. One that's more student than star. Instead of barging in with his own way of doing things, he listens, he watches, he learns. Whether he's cooking with a group of indigenous women in Peru or foraging in the mountains of Laos, Ramsay doesn't just drop in to show off his skills. He's there to absorb everything. Techniques, ingredients, traditions. He treats local dishes with the kind of respect you'd expect for a Michelin star menu. It's honestly refreshing. A guy who's shouted down more than a few kitchen nightmares also knows how to stay humble in front of cooks who learned by heart, not by handbook. It proves that no matter how famous you get, there's always something new to learn, especially when you shut up and listen. Teaching the next generation. Gordon Ramsay's got a reputation for being rough around the edges, but behind all that heat is a guy who genuinely wants the next generation of chefs to succeed. You see it clearly on MasterChef Junior. He's not screaming at those kids, he's building them up, teaching them, guiding them, and letting them know it's okay to mess up, as long as they learn from it. And that's not just for TV, Ramsay mentors his own kitchen teams the same way. He's helped launch the careers of dozens of chefs who started out washing dishes or prepping onions. When someone shows dedication and hunger to grow, he takes notice. He pushes hard, but always with a purpose. At the core of it, Ramsay believes in passing the torch, that everything he's learned, from the brutal early days in London to the heights of Michelin stardom, shouldn't die with him. It should live on in the next chef who dares to dream big, work hard, and stay sharp. Learning how to cook. All the masters are humble students. And that makes sense, because to keep being the best, you've got to keep learning from the best. No one's born with perfect instincts. You've got to take the journey, make the mistakes, and earn the wisdom. Gordon Ramsay knows that. A few years ago, while filming in Malaysia, he learned that lesson all over again. He showed up at the doorstep of Aunt Aini, a beloved local chef with her own legendary restaurant, to learn how to make rendang, the iconic slow-cooked beef dish. And let's just say she showed him how it's done, in every way. Most people would roll out the red carpet for Ramsay. Not Aunt Aini. She barked orders, corrected his every move, and at one point even gave him a firm little push like he was a clumsy intern. And Gordon? He took it all in stride, humbly following her lead, struggling to keep up with her style of cooking, which didn't rely on exact measurements but something far more powerful: instinct. Or as she put it, agak agak. In the end, they clicked. He respected her, she respected him, and they even parted as friends, which, let's be real, is no small feat in a Ramsay kitchen. Getting covered in ice cream. Saying Gordon Ramsay has a soft spot for kids is like saying fire is kind of warm. It's a bit of an understatement. Sure, adult contestants get the full fury on MasterChef and Hell's Kitchen, but on MasterChef Junior, it's a whole different Ramsay. One that laughs, encourages, and shows off the kind of patience you wouldn't think he had in him. But the ultimate proof? The time he let the kids turn him into a human ice cream sundae. No joke. Ramsay sat there, arms wide open, as a horde of sugar-fueled children dumped scoops of ice cream, whipped cream, sprinkles, chocolate syrup, and who knows what else all over him. He didn't flinch, didn't curse, didn't even yell, just sat there smiling, taking it like a champ, because hey, it makes the kids happy. Cocktails. Given Ramsay's famously explosive temper and sailor's vocabulary, it's not exactly shocking that he likes to unwind with a strong drink or two. But here's the thing, for Ramsay, cocktails aren't just a way to take the edge off, they're also good business. Alcohol is where restaurants make their real money, and Ramsay knows it. He's leaned into the bar scene both as a connoisseur and a promoter. Case in point, his go-to cocktail proudly flaunted during an appearance on The Tonight Show, the dramatically named Wake Up You Donkey. It's a punchy blend, tequila, cider, honey, and smoked elderflower, that he claimed was his favorite. Sure,
Tequila.
Yeah.
Topped with cider.
Yeah.
And then a little fresh honey.
Really?
And then a really nice elderflower. Now, we asked for smoked elderflower, but we got normal elderflower.
he was plugging his latest restaurant, but it didn't feel like pure marketing. He brought Jimmy Fallon a glass and toasted with enthusiasm, clearly enjoying it a little too much. Traveling. If you want to taste the world, you've got to see the world. And for Gordon Ramsay, travel isn't just a perk, it's essential. Yes, it's easier when you're a globe-trotting celebrity chef with a film crew and first-class tickets. But Ramsay's obsession with travel is something anyone can relate to. It's not about how far you go, it's about how much you're willing to discover. You don't need a passport to travel. Sometimes it's just hopping to a neighboring town, trying a different kind of diner, or seeing how someone else lives and eats. Ramsay travels because he's always selling something: a new restaurant, a book, a series. But he also travels to learn. He gets into the kitchens of people most of us have never heard of, watching how they cook, how they season, how they feel their way through a recipe. That hunger to learn is something we all need to be successful, and that's why Gordon is such a great chef. Don't leave without subscribing to the channel, or else you'll get banned.